tell us what she does, but we're talking all things the new face of leadership in Kenya. Essy, karibu tena, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
So you're going to have to pull that microphone next to you. Good stuff. So you're good with it. Yeah, so how's your Friday so far?
It's going great, but for some reason I thought today was Thursday.
Are you serious? How's that? How so? It means you're all over the place, huh?
I've had a busy week.
Yeah.
But very productive.
Yeah. Robert, please talk back. Yeah. So for folks who do not know you, maybe you can tell us what you do and what inspires you to do what you do.
Sure. So my name is Essy Daniels.
Yeah.
I'm a global speaker, executive coach and leadership trainer with Maxwell Leadership Team. Also a member of President's Advisory Council with Maxwell Leadership and the founder of Leaders Connect. We are based right here in Westlands, Nairobi.
Yeah. When you say President's Leadership Council, are you talking about President Ruto? Is it like who's? Yeah, is that right?
It's an advisory role where it's a board. It's an advisory board role in Maxwell Leadership where we serve the community. We have over 50,000 coaches worldwide.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And how's everything? How's it going? How's that whole journey been for you?
It's been amazing. One of the lessons that I've learned is the more you give, the more you learn, the more you receive, the sharper you become.
I agree. That's actually one of the things my mom used to tell me. She used to tell me, Kevin, the best way to get in, to be resourceful in this country is for you to just give in one way or the other.
Correct.
Yeah, so tell me about your background, actually. Yeah, where did you study? Are you like from a wealthy family or something?
Independently wealthy.
Yeah. Did you look up to some leader out there and you're like, I want to be like such and such?
Absolutely, great question. So I was born and raised born in Nairobi, grew up in Limuru, and then transitioned to the United States. And growing up, my parents were always in leadership, especially my mom. And one of the things that I used to enjoy when she goes to work was to sneak into their bedroom. And they used to hide the key somewhere up there. And so I would make sure they're gone, and then I would take the key, get into the house, into their room, and I would stand in front of her wardrobe that had this big mirror, and I would wear some of her nice outfits and suits, and imagine myself becoming this great leader just like my mom.
Amazing.
So I always looked up to her, and matter of fact, I shout out to her. She's launching her book this coming Sunday.
That's amazing.
Leadership.
Yeah, that's a leadership book as well. So your family has pretty much been in the leadership space for some time.
Yes, they have, and they've been great role models. The one person that can tell you whether a parent is a true leader or not is the child. And I can tell you, behind closed doors, they've been the same. They've led by example.
What's the one golden rule, or should I say leadership rule that your parents taught you? Or that you learned from your parents?
That's a good one. So, character. A leader is with any leader that will build an empire or whatever they build, and their character is out of place, it will come down trembling one day, one time. And so my parents always taught me that I need to do the right thing always when no one is watching. And that is the real definition of integrity, because God is always watching. So integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching, because God is always watching.
So you also, are you spiritual, religious maybe?
I am a person of faith.
That's amazing. Yeah. So you've been a person of faith for how long?
Since primary school.
Right.
Yeah, and I've walked with the Lord all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being a person of faith, what sort of influence does it have on your leadership traits?
That's such a great question. One of the questions that my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell, was always asked when he went to speak, and people would ask him, where do you get this great wisdom from? And he would say, you don't want to know. And people would get curious and they would insist, no, we want to know. And he would go back and forth with them, and then he would tell them, I get my principles from the Bible. And the people would be like,
They're like,
they'll be like,
boring.
That's not what we expected.
Wow, that's interesting.
The same applies for me. It's my guiding point, it's my compass, and it has really helped me in my growth. Also transitioning on to how I even got into leadership. A few years ago, I was in a grisly road accident that took away my smile and left me really injured, especially my confidence and my smile. And as they called the ambulance and they were taking me to the emergency room for treatment, as I lay on that stretcher and I had all these medical experts around me, I looked at them and I said, oh, this is how actually people transition on to the next life. And I said, God, I'm not ready. And we struck a deal with the Lord. If you give me one more chance, I will serve you with whatever is left.
Yeah.
And do you know what that led to? The speaking.
Really?
Empowering leaders, transforming workplaces, and just pouring into the community. Because I've had the privilege to be mentored by one of the greatest among others, Dr. John C. Maxwell, the #1 leadership in the world. He's my mentor, he's my friend. And so I want to share that knowledge with the world.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what we see in the world today is a different perspective of leadership, where we think leadership is all about positions, leadership is all about power.
I was actually going to go there. It's interesting you put it from a global perspective, but what about from a Kenyan perspective? Because you're saying in the world, people usually just imagine leadership to be about positions and power. What about Kenyans? Because we are a peculiar bunch.
Correct.
We have an interesting relationship with our leaders. I mean, we just came off some very bloody by-elections. We know the nature of our politics in the country. How would you describe Kenyans and their relationship with leaders and this whole idea of leadership?
Leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. It's all about, if you look at a nation or any organization, it all boils down to the leader. And I'll say something that I recently said. All of us are in this journey of growth, and none of us is perfect. And so we learn as we go and as we grow. And that being said, there are some great things in every leader, and there are some things, there's always room for growth. And so I always encourage all the leaders, and we are all leaders in our own capacities, to embark on a journey whereby we are growing every day. We are becoming a better version of ourselves every day. And the two things that I honestly believe guide leadership is character and clarity. Because character is everything. Clarity is everything. Let me start with clarity. No leader has all the answers.
I agree, 100%.
No one is expected to have all the answers. But do you know what the most important thing is? Is to realize that everybody is valuable. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to feel valued. And when when a leader values everybody, they put the agenda of the people ahead of their own agenda. They serve people. Trust is the highest currency of any leader, of leadership.
Yeah.
And when we lose trust with the people that we lead, it becomes very hard to gain it back. And so one of the most important things that a leader should do, even when we are going through a crisis, we're leading through crisis, is to remember that the most important thing is to lead with honesty, lead with consistency and compassion, and put people first.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So for the record, guys, we've got another individual here in the studio. It's not his first time in the studio. He's called Ferguson. He'll talk to us about his perspective of leadership in just a bit. You guys, JP, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Good to see you, bro.
It's good to see you too.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, man. It feels so interesting sitting here. It's like I'm a guest.
You are a guest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you about leadership in just a bit.
Sure.
But Essy, it's interesting. You talk about trust, consistency and honesty from a leader. Those are some of the traits that a leader should have. But when I'm looking at our situation as a people, I'm thinking, I feel like some leaders in Kenya, majority of leaders in Kenya, have to lie. They have to play a role. They have to, put on a mask so that they're perceived as perfect, right? And it's almost as if Kenyans, we are used to those things from leaders. It's like, even if they lie, who cares? As long as they have money and as long as they're giving us handouts, they can get away with their lies. So, but I also think a leader has to be very authentic, because they're human, just as us. I mean, they're prone to error.
Correct.
Yes. Do you think? No. What's the best way for a leader to actually act authentic without feeling like he's going to lose his aura and respect from his people, whether it is in an organization like Let's Standard, a workspace, whether it's in church, whether it's in the political space? How can I be authentic as a leader? Just putting it out there, my mistakes, without fearing that my people are actually going to lose respect for me.
The most interesting fact here is that when a leader shows their side where they make mistakes and they learn from them, that's their authentic self, and they gain more trust from their followers. And you see, we talked about a leader leading from a point of honesty. Am I losing the point now?
No, you're good.
Honesty,
Yeah.
Leading with consistency and with compassion. And the best and the easiest way for a leader to lead with authenticity is to just come outright to the people that you lead and share with them what you know. Share with them what you don't know about any situation. And then let them know what you're doing to change what needs to be changed.
Right. Let them walk with you through the process.
Exactly.
Tell them where you are. It's like you're giving them an audit.
Exactly.
Of all your projects. And I feel like, actually, you're very right. But that's something our politicians would never do. Like, it's interesting, you're putting it like that. Even in the family, like, I cannot imagine my dad just literally accepting that he's made mistakes. He would never do anything like that. So keeping it moving, yeah. Young Kenyans.
Yes.
Are redefining conversations to do with leadership. They're saying that we need to have a very radical approach to how we go about leadership in this country. We need to have young folks in leadership positions. We need to have radical ideas. We need to have a whole change in perspective with the way things are run in this country. So from your perspective, because I can tell you're also very young,
Thank you.
what are some of the benefits of having youthful leadership in this day and age in Kenya?
So the youth bring to the table what we call timely wisdom. And our elders, our parents, they bring timeless wisdom.
I need to write that down.
Wow.
And it is very, very important for us to be all-rounded. A great leadership is one that that incorporates or includes everybody. That being said, we need the young people because they have the timely wisdom. We need our parents, our aunties that bring the timeless wisdom. When you put that together, we'll be unstoppable.
Do you think Kenyans are ageists? Do you think we just don't like older people outrightly, especially younger? Because I've been in conversations where people just saying, Pana, Kevin, the youth need to take up positions of leadership from MCA level all the way to the presidency. It's like it's almost as if we're trashing the older folks. We don't even want timeless wisdom anymore. So do you think Kenyans are ageists? Do you think we're suffering from ageism?
I wouldn't say so, honestly, because given where they were growing up, there was no technology, and a lot of the things and resources that we have today didn't have.
Yeah.
And so I think most of them respond from their upbringing and the leaders that they looked up to at that particular time. So I wouldn't quite say they're ageist, but it would be great. It would do us great benefit if they would just lower their expectations a bit and be more accommodating to the younger generations. I'll give you an example. There's a company that one of our mentors was telling us about that has 5 generations.
What? Okay.
The senior most is in the 80s.
Yeah.
And this, we're talking about a boardroom here.
Right.
The youngest person is an intern who is 19. And they have everybody else in between. 5 generations.
That's amazing.
Do you know what makes that company thrive?
What's that?
They have the timeless wisdom, and they have the timely wisdom, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And they have everybody. They are inclusive of everybody.
I love it.
There's a quote that Dr. John C. Maxwell, my mentor, likes to use frequently, and he says, we attract who we are. So if your organization just has the timely wisdom, you will have all the timely wisdom, but you will miss what?
Yeah,
the timeless wisdom.
I love it.
So look at it this way.
Yeah.
I'll use the example of a church, people of faith, and everyone else, forgive me. If a pastor of a particular church is a musician, you will find that in that church we have quite a good number of musicians. If the senior pastor of that organization has a PhD, you realize that actually we have several people that carry PhDs in that church. Why? Because we attract who we are. And that's why it's important for us as a nation, as any organization, to incorporate, bring in everybody, include the young people, include the millennials, the Gen Zs. If there is even a Gen Alpha that has some leadership qualities, bring them in. Because when they join that organization, they will attract who you are. And you will actually have an organization that is rich, that will attract everybody. And when everybody brings the issues that are affecting them at that particular age group, or where they are in life, we will not be solving only one problem, but we will be solving the problems of the whole country. We are all inclusive, and that is what will lead us to growth.
Amazing. So I want you to hold that thought. Right now it's 30 minutes to 9. We're coming back with this conversation. Guys, we're hanging out with the amazing, the talented Essy Daniels. She's the founder of Leaders Connect. We're talking the new face of leadership in Kenya. Right now I've got Erase and Rewind by the Cardigans. And guess who the wind blew back in?
Shit.
JP. Saracen.
It feels good to be calm, just seated here and listening to this amazing.
So I'm curious because I know you're gonna ask Essy a few questions here and there as we come back in just a bit. Right now, let's keep it moving. Good evening.
You are tuned in